Can you imagine life without stress? You probably can't, because you can't imagine any new possibilities when you're living in stress. Stress really shuts down the creative centers of your brain, and it activates that fight, flight, or freeze response. And I really help my clients to transform that stress response into balance and into creativity. My name is Judy Hersch, and I'm a mindset coach with 20 years of experience. And I coach and I train both individuals and also organizations using a system that's proven system that's rooted in neuroscience. It's a very unique methodology. And I'm excited to give you some tips today on stress. So the body is only designed for short-term stress, like the stress of a zebra that wants to outrun a lion. After it gets out of danger, it just goes back to grazing without mulling over what had just happened with the lion. Its body then moves back into balance, but people activate the stress response and then we can't shut it off. And again, the body's not designed for long-term stress. So we knock our brain and body out of balance, and we really get into a place where we're in a lot of trouble. And because we can move into physical disease, mental disease, emotional dis-ease, and that's not where we want to be. So I really want to give you 3 key steps to be able to transform any kind of stress into balance, into feeling centered, and even into creativity. And the first step is to notice when you're thinking thoughts that are going to induce stress in your body. And because it's interesting that we can turn on our stress response just from thought alone. So notice your thoughts and observe. And we're not typically trained to do that, but that's a very powerful first step, because you can't change something that you can't see. And the second step is to be able to change that thought. So transform that thought that has been triggering stress and create a new thought. And again, this is a skill. So for example, instead of saying, I've got so much to do and I'm so overwhelmed, I don't know how it's all going to get done, can you think a thought, and instead of that, when you notice that thought, can you say instead, I've got a list of things I know I need to do, and I'm going to take one step at a time and prioritize, and it's all going to get done. That's something that won't trigger a stress response, and therefore you can think more clearly, more productively, and you can be a lot more focused and effective. Third and final step is teaching yourself a process called mental rehearsal. What mental rehearsal is imagining how you want to feel. So start your day. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning, you start your day with a question. What's the greatest expression of myself that I can be today? And you visualize yourself running through your day, getting the things that you want to get done for the day. And not just that, but how you want to feel. So feeling on purpose, feeling relaxed, feeling aligned. And what happens is things start to change and shift. Why does that happen? Why does this work? You might be wondering. Because the brain doesn't know the difference between something that you're vividly imagining and something that you're experiencing in your outer world. So what happens is you do this repeatedly, the brain starts to install the neurological networks as if it's already happened. So you start to feel that way, more productive, more calm, more relaxed, and you're actually priming your brain and body for an entirely new experience. And this is highly, highly effective. And I'm really excited to be able to share just this brief few steps with you. And if this was helpful, what I would suggest, if you found this helpful for either you or even if you're thinking about for your organization, feel free to reach out to me. My contact details are at the end of this video, and we can even set up a complimentary coaching session. I'm happy to do that. Again, this is Judy Hersch, and I really enjoyed sharing this information with you, and I hope it helps. Thank you.